In front of me, it's all about the best-selling makeup by Covergirl. We have quite a bit of stuff, so let's begin with the face. I'm excited for this. I have never tried this foundation. So many of you love this. This is the Covergirl's Plus Olay Simply Ageless Foundation. $17.99. Probably depends where you purchase it, right? Sometimes Ulta, it's a little more expensive. Who knows? But this right here, what's so intriguing about it, it has this claim. It says, covers lines and wrinkles instantly by floating over them, not settling into them. That's fascinating. We have two shades. We have shade 205 Ivory and then 210 Classic Ivory. Let's go for it. Okay. Seems kind of light. So they're saying that this is supposed to be a full coverage foundation, but we couldn't find any information on what the type of finish you're supposed to get. I'm kind of assuming natural. Whoa, it feels very chalky and very powdery on the face. Oh my goodness, that's weird. I did not expect it to be like this. And honestly, it's giving me a very matte finish. And I would say with the amount that I applied for this side, it's definitely a very light to medium coverage, not full. You can still see a little bit of the redness from my cheeks peeking through. Still quite a bit of the redness from the pimples. Let me just take more, see what kind of coverage we can build up. And I think I'm gonna take a brush. I mean, it's blending really nice. I like that. I don't know, the first application, I'm not really impressed. Let's move on to the eyebrows and then we'll go on to the eyeshadow. So in front of me, I have their Easy Breezy Brow Micro Fine Plus Define Pencil Crayon. We have two shades. We have Soft Brown and then Honey Brown. So this is $8.99 at Ulta. It has a spoolie on one side and a nice micro pencil on the other. Oh, that's really dark and really creamy and really pigmented. Oh yeah, you have the lightest hand. One thing I'm noticing, this formula, it's a little crumbly. It's not really melting in, it's just kind of sitting there. You really have to spoolie it through the brows. Otherwise, it's looking really crumbly through the brow hairs, which doesn't look good. And then the last thing I will say about this pencil, once you really start working it in, you lose the precision. Even though it's somewhat fine and micro, you lose that precision. For the eyebrow gel, this is their Easy Breezy Brow in Clear, and it's around $9. Most retailers, except for Walmart, it's around $6, which is interesting. Nice tiny little spoolie, going through the brow hairs pretty easily, taming them. We'll just see about the stain power, but hopefully it's not gonna make them look crunchy. Who loves a crunchy brow? Delicious. You know, a little bit of texture here and there. It's not making the hairs, the brow hairs, very light and feathery. It's making them very intense. Like you can see like individual hairs from there. Oh snap. This is straight up caterpillars on my eyebrows. So for eyeshadow primer, this is their lid lockup. So they're saying this is to make sure your eyeshadow is crease proof. I was saying creasing. So it's gonna be crease proof and it's supposed to last all day long, but there's no timing on there. And it's supposed to be really quick dry. For eyeshadow, we're gonna use their True Naked Nudes eyeshadow palette. I think it's number 805. This one retails for $12.99, I believe. I kind of want to focus on this third shade right here. It has a little bit of this like very, very light pink iridescent look to it. I think I want to take that all over the lid. But let's first go in with this fourth shade right here. This one is called Fawn. I took very little, but pretty good payoff for the amount of eyeshadow that I picked up. I'm gonna use their little applicator. We're gonna take this shade. They're all over the lid, not my jeans. Let's take the finger, and the shade is very crumbly. Gonna have to work it into the finger. I'm gonna try to wet this formula. Oh, much better. All right, there's a reason why I toss these in the trash all the time. I'm gonna take this shade right here, work that in the outer corner. I'm gonna take this darker shade right here, focus it a little bit more in the outer corner. So for eyeliner, we're gonna go with their Perfect Point Plus pencil in shade Black Onyx 200. And they have two claims. They're saying this is a self-sharpening liner that glides on smoothly, and it's water resistant. So that's awesome. It has a little smudger right here, and it's somewhere around $5, depending again where you purchase it from. Pretty black. It's definitely more matte. No, also I would recommend to work one eye at a time. Let's take a little smudger, create our shape a little more. I would say this is definitely an eyeliner for those looks where you want it to be like smudged out, smoky, not precise, super easy to use that way. But if you want something really precise, this is not for you. For lash primer, this is their Lash Blast Amplify Primer. And it does have a little bit of a tint to it. It's not fully white. It's like a very, very soft cream color. And I've never tried this out before. This is around $9.99, and it does say to let it dry for like 30 seconds. We'll let this get a little tacky for 30 seconds. In the meantime, let's talk about mascara. So this right here, this is what I grew up with. The original Lash Blast orange tube. This right here is around also $9.99. And then this is a newer one. Flourish by Lash Blast, and this one has, I think it said like coconut, I think avocado, and then jojoba, something's kind of oils in here to make it really nourishing. And this one is around $10.99. I was thinking let's do the orange, the original on the left side, and we'll do this one on the right side. And the one is also slightly different. It's not as chubby. And the bristles, they're definitely more of those nylon silicone bristles. But then this one right here, it's the same type of bristles, but you can see how much more chubby the Lash Blast original is, the volume one. And there's quite a bit more bristles in this one versus this one. It's a little bit more precise and tiny. So let's go with this one first, since we started the right eye. Separating still quite nice. This is giving me very natural, wispy, feathery lashes. Let's go with the OG on the left side. Yeah, this one has a little bit more grip. Yeah, there's a little bit more va-va-voom with this one right here, but it is clumping the lashes a lot more, just because it's giving me a lot more product. Concealer, this is their True Blend Undercover Concealer. I have two shades, Light 200, Light Ivory. And then we have L100 Fair. So I'm pretty sure we might need to go with this shade, the Light Ivory, just because my face is already so light. So $11.99. This is a full coverage with a matte finish. Oh man, that's very bright. This is the only downside from buying online when you don't know your shades in this brand. So same mascara on both sides. For the lower lash line, we were debating what to do with the lower lash line, and we're just gonna keep it clean. Yeah, I like this wand for the lower lash line. It's so tiny, well, tiny comparison to the original, and it just grips the lashes really nice too. For bronzer, this is their True Blend So Flushed High Pigment Bronzer in shade 390 Sunset Glitz, and it's around $10.99. It does have a little bit of a sheen to it. It's very light. Very powdery. Very soft. Very forgiving type of a bronzer. I'm sure we can build it. And it's definitely not a contour shade. It's more of a bronzer, so I'm trying to pick it up a little bit higher on the cheeks. Just basically give my face glow. It's okay, but it's just that texture that it's providing on my face. It looks really dirty and muddy. It's not bad on the forehead. It's providing that really nice subtle sheen to the skin. It's not bad once you really work it into your skin. Like at first it looked bad, but I feel like now it's a little more subtle and it looks better. So for blush, this is their Clean Classic Blush in shade 540 Rose Silk. Yeah, the blush is nice and simple, very easy to blend. It does have a sheen, but it doesn't exaggerate anything. For the inner corner, go back to the eyeshadow. We're gonna take this shade right here, their buff shade, and we're gonna take that in the inner corner just to brighten it a tad. For lips, another classic by Covergirl. This is their Outlast All Day lip color. It's like the two-step system. We're going to go with shade 577 Spiced Latte. So first you apply the color to your clean lips and then let it dry for 60 seconds. Don't press lips together, and then apply the moisturizing top coat for shine and comfort. And then you can use it as a lip balm to refresh throughout the day on top of your lips. I'm now debating if I should just keep this lip because it's kind of throwing me off. Maybe I could just top one of these over, honestly. I kind of want to go with this one, more cool toned. All right, it looks a little better, but it's super crepey, wrinkly, dry with nothing on top. Like, it's so uncomfortable. So let's apply the balm. And this smells so delicious. And it's quite tasty. We are done, and I think everything came together really well. It's just every product kind of has issues. I will say some of the products, like the lipstick is really good. It's just don't do what I did. Don't layer like 4 layers because it's gonna be really dry, crepey, really wrinkly looking, but definitely don't skip the lip balm at the very end. Of course, mascaras, they're really nice. They're just like classic Covergirl mascaras that you probably grew up with. Your moms, grandmas probably used them. They're just good standard mascaras. They're not my favorite. I'm still obsessed with the Maybelline Lash Sensational. I think it's better than the Covergirl. The blush is fine. I will say the brow is actually really nice. The brow hairs, they're not falling down. They're really in place, so I like that it's holding the brows as of right now. And the color on the brows looks really bomb, except for that issue with it wanting to crumble and you really have to sit there and work. I will say that the foundation still looks pretty great, still looks a little dry, but it's looking like it's starting to sink a little bit more into my skin. Yeah, I'm okay with it so far. I'll see you guys soon with the update. Just kidding, you'll see me a lot sooner. The lip is literally crumbling off just because I did so many layers. So we're just gonna take it off and reapply the second shade, which is 550 something. It's 550 though. So this is what I'm looking like with the makeup. It still looks really good. It's super shiny, so I think it's really good to see what the face looks like when it's straight on with the sun. I'm looking very bright where the foundation is and the concealer. I'm looking a little bit shiny, but it feels good. Like, it feels like the makeup is starting to really kind of melt into my skin, which is exactly what I wanted to feel and see. The eyes still look pretty great. They're not creasing. The eyeshadow is still there. The eyeliner still looks really bomb. Mascara doesn't look like it's transferring at all, which is good. Emma approves of my makeup today. Lips feel great. I already reapplied the lip balm twice. I'm going to reapply it right now. Let me actually do it. I'm just keeping it in my front pocket because it's so tiny. And I do appreciate how moisturizing this lip balm is. All right, so the makeup is looking good. And the eyebrows haven't moved at all. So yay for the eyebrows. Final full face update for the Covergirl. We're looking pretty decent. Honestly, it's not bad at all. I'm looking a tad shiny on the forehead, but again, today was really hot, really humid. This was a really good day to test this foundation, these products. So as you can see, the face looks pretty even in terms of coverage. There's a little bit of coverage missing right here, but then Emmerich, he just likes to touch people's faces. We're now learning about mouth, nose, eyes, ears, so we like to touch and point, so that's what we've been doing today. Lip is pretty much all gone, so it's definitely not super long wearing, or at least this color is not super long wearing. I will say the lip balm, it goes a long way in terms of comfortability with this lipstick, but I will say you do use quite a bit of lip balm. Like, if you reapply it throughout the day, I think I reapplied it 4 times, twice before dinner and then twice after dinner. Eyeshadow still looks bomb. The eyeliner still looks bomb. Nothing has moved. If anything, I see a tiny bit of creasing right here. It might just be shadowing. Mascara honestly wore very well. There's a tiny bit of transfer on both sides, but extremely minimal. I didn't even touch it up throughout the day because I really wanted to see if it was gonna flake, if it was gonna transfer. And I'm really impressed with the way the mascara is wearing on both sides with no powder underneath. Then the eyebrows still look really good. And I think last but not least, the cheeks are still there. You can see the blush, you can still see the bronzer a little bit. It looks pretty good. I will say overall for the foundation, it's not bad. It kind of started sinking a little bit more into my skin, but in areas where it already looked dry, it's really settling into the fine lines and you can really see the product like exaggerated. But other than that, I think it wore pretty well with no primer underneath, and I didn't prep my face as well as I would want to. So I'm definitely going to prep my face different. Use some kind of a little bit more of a hydrating moisturizer, even like a hydrating primer underneath, like in certain areas where I know I'm dry or I have those certain dry spots. Overall, the Covergirl, it doesn't have as much coverage. It's not as creamy. It's not as blendable. A lot of it is not even, I would say, like forgiving makeup. A lot of it is just, you have to put so much work and effort into making that product look really good. I really struggle with the eyeshadow to make it like pop and look really good, but I think at the end it wore really well, so I'm really happy about that. And the primer did a phenomenal job, the eyeshadow primer, to help not creasing and so it would not like start moving around. But yeah, that's like the overall, I will say, like Covergirl is known for their mascaras and their lip products. Otherwise, I personally think there are better products from other drugstore brands they have better color selection, they have better product selection, and even Covergirl is coming out with better products. These are kind of like the bestseller OG, a lot of the OG products. But for now, thank you for watching, spending time with me, and I'll see you next one very soon.